One More Round by Long Pants and Implosions. And as always, read for you by ASTRO BRONY. Berry Punch looked at the mirror in front of her with a skeptical eye.
Another? Really?
Bon Bon glared, throwing a small bag of bits on the bar.
I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Berry shrugged and held up the bottle of wine.
The same then? Less talk, more wine.
She got no further as the door to the Happy Cola, formerly Pony Up, saloon burst open and a very familiar unicorn waltzed in, stopping the moment she spied Bon Bon.
Oh no, what are you doing in here?
Bon Bon blinked.
Drinking.
She stretched her hooves wide.
Spoiler alert. So I see. Dare I even ask why you need a drink? Last I saw, you were happily living happily ever after in real time.
She dropped herself heavily onto the bar stool next to Bon Bon and motioned her hoof towards Berry.
Applejack Daniels, on the rocks.
She paused.
Better make it a double.
Berry coughed, staring at the bottle in her hooves, upside down and empty.
I have some bad news for the both of you. No more wine?
Bon Bon gasped. Lyra blinked.
No whiskey? You're drinking on a Monday afternoon, and we get our deliveries Tuesday morning.
Berry shrugged.
I have cider.
The two mares stared at one another. A grimace crossed Lyra's face, followed up by a flash of anger, and finally, resignation.
Oh, fine. The hardest you got.
Bon Bon laughed.
Well, we appear to agree on something for once.
Berry rolled her eyes.
There's only one style of it, ladies. Don't care. Gimme.
Berry sighed and dropped 2 ciders onto the bar. Not even a second after, Lyra snatched her mug up and drained it in a split second.
Another.
Watching the green mare next to her drink faster than a member of the Apple family, Bon Bon picked up her mug and drained hers as well. It took longer, but it was all gone in a matter of seconds.
You heard the mare. Another.
Berry blinked, surprised that someone could drain a mug as fast as her. With another sigh, she dropped another in front of both of them.
This time, drink it slow, or I'll make you both wait until tomorrow's delivery.
Berry stomped off, leaving the two of them alone in the bar.
Fine.
They stared at their mugs. Bon Bon cleared her throat.
They say it does taste better if you go slow.
Lyra laughed, although there was little humor in it.
Hun, it's Monday. It's about 12:30 and we're both drinking. We're not here for the taste.
For several minutes, they drank in silence, listening to the bar's ambience and clinking of glass around the saloon. Somehow, it was louder than it should have been, given there was only the two of them. Lyra cast a sidelong glance at Bon Bon, and Bon Bon returned the glance. Finally, Lyra couldn't stand the silence.
Alright, spill it. Why the heck are you here?
Bon Bon grunted.
I have good news for you. We don't have to pretend to be friends anymore. Oh.
Lyra grinned.
Do tell. Octavia and we're done.
Bon Bon took a long sip of cider.
In fact, every man bearing a music-related cutie mark can just go to Tartarus.
Lyra's jaw hit the bar stop.
You're kidding, right?
She gasped.
You two were downright perfect together. Perfect.
Bon Bon repeated darkly, staring at her mug of cider. Lyra paused, taking a swig.
No, wait, I think I can guess.
Bon Bon looked at her.
Oh?
Lyra nodded solemnly.
Vinyl and I... guess I ain't even gotta say it, do I?
This time, Bon Bon's jaw hit the stop.
Wait, you as well?
Lyra nodded.
Yep, just a few hours ago. Spent the day getting my stuff out of her place and getting off that lease. Paperwork, I found, is a good distraction for a breakup.
A small chuckle escaped her lips into the mug.
My mother always told me,
Bon Bon leaned back.
Never date a musician. They'll sing when they're telling lies, but they'll break your heart all the same.
She wrinkled her nose.
Of course, my father was a musician.
This earned Bon Bon a glare.
Not all of us do that.
Bon Bon shrugged.
Sorry.
Lyra took another sip, this time chuckling into her mug.
Though she certainly proved your point, was totally out of the blue too. Vinyl just up and said, "It's not working, babe. I found a classical classy one. See ya. And that was it.
Coughing violently, Bonbon sent cider all over the bar stop.
She found a what now? Some classical music mare. I don't know. Wouldn't tell me her name. Or she did and I missed it. I was a touch angry and sad and busy packing.
She motioned for yet another mug.
I'm not drunk enough for this yet. Anyway, what's wrong?
Lyra grinned.
Can't handle the Apple family recipe?
Bonbon stared at Lyra, her eyes burning holes into the other mare's skull.
This classical music mare, did her name start with an O? Actually, I think it did.
She turned to Bonbon.
Why? Is that important?
Bonbon continued to stare at Lyra.
There's one reason we're friends at all, Lyra. What's her name?
Lyra's eyes bulged.
Wait. You mean to tell me that our mare friends dumped us for each other?
A few seconds passed by before Lyra let loose a huge booming laugh.
Okay. Oh, Celestia. That's a good one.
Bonbon stared at her with an incredulous look. Then she punched Lyra in the shoulder.
Hey, that hurt. It's not funny.
Bonbon shouted, hitting Lyra again.
It's not funny. Okay.
Lyra leaned back, out of her range.
I'm sorry.
Bonbon paused, her hoof hanging in the air. Then she started to cry. Lyra sighed.
Oh, jeez. Hun, don't. I loved her. Do you understand?
Bonbon sobbed. She leaned over and collapsed onto the bar. Lyra winced, then slowly placed a hoof on her shoulder.
There. It's okay. No, it's not.
Lyra shrugged.
These things happen, you know?
Bonbon kept crying. Lyra sighed.
How about one more round?
Eventually, Bonbon stopped crying. She was too busy drinking.
But we were in love, Lyra. We agreed we wanted to spend the rest of our lives together.
Pausing for a moment, Lyra tilted her head, lost in thought.
Well, thinking of it now, this was kinda to be expected.
Bonbon stopped crying, looking at her, tears still in her eyes.
How do you figure?
It wasn't a question. Lyra shrugged, draining the last of her cider and motioning for more.
I don't know, gal. They just feel right for each other.
Bonbon said nothing, staring at her blankly.
What? Do I look like a shipping specialist to you? They just have that nature to them. But we promised.
Lyra scoffed.
We. I've known Octavia longer than you. When did she ever promise anything?
Bonbon opened her mouth, but no words came out. Her eyes glazed over.
I guess it was more me promising and her not disagreeing. Ha! That sounds like Octi to a bloody T. Stuck up little.
Lyra laughed again and raised her mug in a mock salute.
May they wub each other for a long time.
Bonbon scowled at her.
You know, for someone who just had a breakup, you're being awfully flip.
Lyra matched her stare, smirk etched onto her face.
Tell me I'm wrong, Mare. Tell me I'm wrong.
After a few moments of prolonged staring, Bonbon sighed.
Another drink? Just one more.
They had another drink. Bonbon stared at Lyra.
Flip is better than despondent. How are you so cheerful? Hey, the alcohol helps. Why do you think I came here after dealing with the paperwork? Gal's gotta drown her sorrows somehow. And plus, I'm not ready to face the issues of where the hell I'm gonna stay. I am homeless for now. Haven't you figured it out?
Bonbon could only blink at that. She had simply never realized what the case was for Lyra.
But where will you go? I don't know. Heard tell that yellow Pegasus who takes care of animals will take in any pony who needs help.
Bonbon wrinkled her nose.
Butterfly?
Lyra shrugged.
Sure, sounds right. But where after that? Who knows? Maybe back home to my parents' house? I don't know. I haven't burned all my bridges yet.
Lyra drained the last of her mug, then noticed Bonbon staring at her with pity.
Look, I'm not one for plans. I make things up on the fly.
Bonbon shrugged.
One more round? Just one more. I'm broke, you know.
They had another drink.
You
Shuffled her hooves about.
You could...
Pausing mid-sip, Lyra looked at Bonbon.
I could what?
Bonbon shuffled about more and looked downward, almost like she was avoiding the gaze of Lyra.
You shouldn't have to stay with some poor Pegasus you don't even know. I've got a very empty apartment now, and a couch. I didn't catch that.
Lyra blinked.
Are you seriously offering me a place to crash?
Bonbon shrugged. Lyra paused, staring back at her cider.
I thought we were only pretending to be friends.
Bonbon shrugged again.
No man should be homeless because they've been cheated on.
Lyra let loose what was becoming a trademark laugh.
You know, I always did think you were a nice mare.
Bonbon blinked, then started giggling.
Are you serious?
Shaking her head, Bonbon played with her mane.
I'm not the most pleasant man, Lyra. Ask anyone I've ever dated.
Bonbon blinked.
Or employed, or who criticized my food. So what? No one's perfect. I mean, look at me. Have you seen the way I sit on a bench? Yeah.
Bonbon looked at Lyra sideways.
Why do you do that? Oh, I don't know. It's actually really comfortable. Though, I wish those kids would stop with the human thing.
She shook her head.
It's rather annoying. What's a human?
Lyra waved a hoof.
Who knows, who cares? Who do you have to rut to get some service in this bucking bar?
Barry walked over without any words, dropping off 2 more mugs on the counter.
On the house. Then get out.
Looking around the empty bar, Bonbon arched an eyebrow.
This is a bar, lady.
Lyra burst out laughing.
She's got you there, Barry. Yeah. Just drink up and all. That was your last call.
Bonbon stared at the wall, squinting.
When did it become 2 in the morning?
Lyra whistled loudly.
It's a conspiracy of soberists.
Barry groaned.
Just drink already. I wanna get drunk.
Lyra grinned, staring right at Barry Punch.
Oh, I think I'm gonna savor this one.
And with that, Lyra brought the mug to her lips and took a long, slow pull, complete with an intentionally loud slurping noise. Lyra bumped her elbow into Bonbon's, indicating for her to follow suit. Bonbon tried, then found herself spitting up cider onto the bar. She was laughing too hard. Then, she realized it wasn't the bar. It was all over Barry's face.
You are both weirdos.
Her stare could turn a unicorn to stone. She turned and walked to the bar door, opening it wide and pointing out. They stumbled down the path, laughing like maniacs.
That look on her face! The look on her face!
Bonbon giggled.
Oh my goodness, the look on her face! The cider on her face,
Lyra corrected,
was what framed the look. I've never done anything like this before.
Bonbon grinned widely.
I've never been this drunk before.
Lyra was giggling like a school filly.
I know, ain't it great? Like my old man used to say, drink for fun, not for sorrow. Drink for today, there is no tomorrow. Hey, that rhymes. It does, doesn't it?
Lyra paused, looking at Bonbon with a drunkenly critical look.
You know, I think, Bonbon, that this is the start of a beautiful friend.
Bonbon kissed her. Lyra's eyes went wide. After a moment, Lyra kissed back. There was not a whisper from the street, not a word, just the soft sound of lips meeting lips. Finally, they stared at one another, and Bonbon looked down, blushing.
I can't believe this, not again.
She muttered.
What?
Bonbon mumbled.
I'm falling for a musician again. My father was right. I never learned.
Lyra rubbed the back of her neck.
Well, technically, you know... What?
Lyra muttered something. Bonbon leaned closer.
I couldn't hear ya. I'm technically not a musician. I can't play any instrument at all.
Bonbon gawked.
But you're Cutie Mark. Your membership to the guild, I'm a lyrist.
Silence.
What? Yeah, I write the songs, but not the notes. I can't play an instrument to save my life.
Bonbon blinked. Then she laughed. Lyra laughed. They kissed again and never looked back. That was one more round. Alright, every pony, I hope you all enjoyed listening to that, as much as I enjoyed reading it. Yes, this has been my first installment in the month of Lurve. Each week of this month I shall be reading a romantic comedy story to give you all a nice hearty chuckle in this lovely, lovely, loving time of the year. In other news, I don't actually have any other news. So, until next time, every pony, this has been ASTRO BRONY, signing off.